Good question, Dwath. I already answered it, so I'm not going to repeat it. Now you may ask yourself, Natsu, why don't you clone this clone of a clone? And I'm going to answer, I don't know. And if you're wondering what I'm doing now, I'll explain it because I just saw Dwaff posted something. Why don't you just do that? Did you ever see Big Hero 6, the part where the kid makes a bunch of super suits in like 30 minutes? Why don't you just do that? I totally already did that, Dwaff. They copied me. And so now I'm moving on to bigger and better things. So the reason I am separating these belt buckles right now, or these belts, is because I want these. Boop. I'm going to go ahead and hide those. Because I want this here to be a solid piece underneath. We'll see if Max can figure out how to bridge these. Ah, it did. Alright, so basically I wanted, when I go to make this part of the shoe, I was looking at this here and how this is all one piece and it's all painted the same. And I wanted that to be all one piece of foam. And that's going to be kind of like my base for the boot. And then I'll wrap around these other pieces to make, say, for the shoe. And then the front of the shin. But that creates a solid piece in the back for me to work from. And this piece, even though it's quote unquote a belt, it's only painted on. So I'm not going to cut that out. It's not polygonally existent. And that is why I cut out those belts. They will still exist there and they're still going to get printed out, but I'm adding geometry here so that when I work with my patterns, it's going to be a little bit easier on me in that process. So here the belts exist. And I think that's all I really need to do for the boot. I think those are done. A lot of the other stuff is going to be done in the next program. Let's go up to the shin, or the thigh, rather. War. I never knew your hands could move so quick. They move so quick. Alright. Let's turn off. Question. I tease about tuna fish. I don't know what that is, Dwef. Was that T supposed to be lowercase? It's about tuna fish? Do you like tuna fish, Dwef? Do I like tuna fish? I like the way they look. I'm not particularly fond of their flavor or taste or texture. I don't know what this edge is here. It looks really pointless. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not going to build that tiny edge. I think that looks about right. I just need to fix all of these things that I randomly selected on the front. Did you hear the birdie dwaff in my microphone? So I'm curious. Okay, it's just part of the mesh. I was going to say, if these are different. No, they aren't. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you can hear the birdie. My window may be open, but there is something in between me and the birdie, so no. I will not shoot it, dwarf. I don't think I want to do anything with these. I think they're fine as is. I can work with this. Oh, you know what? There is something I need to do. Because I would like them to be functional. So I need to modify this mesh so that when I build it, I can build it functionally without having to need to change the pattern so that they can do that. Alright, so you may ask yourself, how did I figure out which polygons I wanted to remove on here? It comes down to, well, I'm really surprised they actually have that leading edge up there. That's actually really cool. Why did I get, for instance, rid of these side polygons here? And why the back ones? Because when I'm printing out the pattern, I'm not going to use any of this depth again because the foam is going to have depth, a 1/4 inch foam. So I don't need any of these side patterns on the lid, which is separate now. And I definitely don't want it on the bottom because that will just make it taller, which will offset the lid from the rest of the piece. So if I go ahead and hide this, we're going to go ahead and bridge these as well, like we did with the other parts. Oops. I don't know what the shortcut is for bridging. When you're bridging a triangle, you usually have to select the actual edges in that manner that I just did. Because it wants to bridge quads. And I'm going to ignore a lot of the rules for building models, so don't exactly pay attention to how I'm doing this. As far as like, oh, this is how you make a model. No, it's not. I'm really, really, really cheating because I know it will work. There we go. Alright, so that's a really quick and dirty way of fixing that so it works. So now I have a pouch with an open top there, and I have a lid. To go on top of it, which I will, when I actually build the item, will not have these side pieces for. We'll close off that so I have functioning pouches. That way I have a lot of pockets. I love having pockets. It's one of my favorite parts of the Crimson Lanceman is I have pockets. I throw all kinds of stuff in those pouches. Carry junk with me all over the place just because I can. Yeah, and this armor too. They also made a back side for. I'm not sure what the rule is for which ones get backsides and which ones do not. Again, I would assume that this piece, because it's a separate piece, was intended to come off at some point or was supposed to be, oh, well, it has the option of coming off. You can blow that off and it will look realistic because there's a backside to it. For animations and stuff like that. And I'll actually leave this thickness in here because it looks like this may be thick enough. This is like, this could be like an inch thick here. It's actually very, very thick. So I'm going to leave that there because I may actually print that out and build that into my foam. I don't know why that armor is so thick there. Looks cool, I guess. Oh gosh, the chat is crazy. No turkey today, pie. Oscar Mike would shoot the bird. Will you write a poem about spiders as part of your cosplay? Of course I will! I will carry around my love letter to Whiskey Foxtrot as well. A game of jacks, deck of cards, a cat poster, a spider poem, milk. Do people carry milk around? I will carry milk around. Oscar Mike could be like a spokesperson for milk. Drink your milk, kids. Get your vitamin D so you can grow up to be strong like me. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll meet the voice actor and we can do some funny shenanigans. He'll do some voice while I try to act it out. Hmm. Not sure about this inside part here. I may not include it later. Oh man, it's like it's not, those pieces aren't necessary. I'll leave them be for now. I can delete them later if I don't like them. Oh, dwarf. Not all girls do. You think you know the truth, but you don't. Oh, the CD's done too. I'm sad. I'm not ready for another CD yet. Alright, I think we have pretty much taken care of it. Like I said, this is a really easy costume. Oh, look at, he looks so silly with a big head, but that's the way it has to be. I'd have to wear stilts so if I wanted to make his head proportionate to mine. And I'd have to hold arm pieces. Nah, Dwav, I'm too busy making costumes. Now this gun I'm interested in because guns are kind of a pain to build. I've made a couple, and usually their little details are really annoying. Look at how many polygons this thing has. Look at that. Look, it's like a little cog. Oh my goodness, I'm not building that. See these little things right here, these little nubs on here? I feel like they have a gun nut at Gearbox that makes all of their guns. They have like a gun designer who makes them in very high detail, and then this guy that's just like, we need some sort of dial over here. And because it's right in front of the player's eye, they make it high poly. Ugh, look at all of these polygons that are just like, look at all of this detail. It's just unnecessary. Oh my gosh, look at this right here. So you see these things? All of that just so they could have that cute little that little arch right there. Oh, that's a waste. It's so stupid. When I print this out in foam, oh, like this right here. Oh, this one, two, three rows of polygons are gonna be completely ignored by me. I'm gonna print out this piece, and I'm just gonna shave off the edge of both of them and glue them together, and that's how I'm gonna get that shape. In return, we'll tell you the secrets of being Oscar Mike, the ultimate dude bro. Oh, why don't you do a two-sided cardboard cutout? Because as cool as that would look, I can't point it at people and scare them. Then they also won't hassle you for carrying a gun. Look at this weird, like, this rifle is so funny looking. Oh, look, there's the hole that the bullets come out of. It's got a triangle inside of it for no reason. And the scope actually has like a thing going on in there. Wait. Yeah, it's like a laser sight. It's like his little laser sight if you choose it. What is this right here? Hang on. Oh, look! the other thing. That's where the other map went. Okay. Look. So this other map that we have, is it this one, I think? Let's just make it something. Let's make it this Oscar Mike skin. Look! Ah! So that's the screen on there. So I wonder what map they use for that. Because the only other maps I have in here are the normal maps for those two. He didn't include another map. Boop. There's Eldra going. Brosis. Well, that's really interesting. Alright, well, I don't need. There you go. That'll work. I just saw the little thing there. I was wondering what that was, but that's the sight on the screen. So is that the number of bullets remaining? Well, so that would be something that the game fills in. Interesting. Change your Discord name to Brosis and shoot that bird. Is the bird annoying you? I can close the window. I kind of like hearing things. Look at how many polygons they have on this piece. Why? Especially on the back side of this hand piece. No one's gonna see the underside of his hand armor. Wasting my time. Oh, I forgot to post this on the forums. I was gonna post this on the forums. I'll post it later. Because I know there's a lot of folks that were asking about cosplay on there. Boop. Got all these useless polygons around this edge. If I wanted to round the edge, I would just do it myself. I don't need the thing to do that. Oh my goodness. Delete. If y'all want to play BB on the PS4, hit me up. These people are doing dungeons on ESO or climbing shoes. Bye, Dwaff. Oh, it's alright, Dwaff. You'll be fine. Also, I'll probably swap over to PS4 and play some games here in a little bit, Pi. I'm gonna need to take a break. Are you home all day, Pi? Are you on break or something? I'm glad you have break then. Why didn't you say, Natsu, we should be on all week because I have the week off or something? I don't think I wanted that. Look at that beautiful ring of redness. What is this? Is that like a light or something? Does that light up in game? Look at all these polygons. Useless. What is the purpose of this? I want to delete all of them and then just bridge in a simple polygon right there, and right there, and right there, right there, right there, and right there. It's so detailed for no reason. Pie? But aren't you like, don't you work and stuff? I kind of really want to do that. Let's see what, I see what it is. So I could get rid of this ring here, which I'll do in Pepakura, and then this ring on the bottom. And then it'll print out that center ring and the base and the top. And then what even is this bracelet? Is this like his watch? Oscar Mike has a watch, guys. I'm getting really thirsty. I'm gonna go get a drink really quick.